Following last week, the multiple talks and conversations led by organizations and unique individuals, I see a sparkle of change. I see that more conversations are being held in order to ensure that the Black wedding and event community is seen as equal partners within an industry we all love and enjoy servicing. I see this as an incredible movement, but in that movement, we must continue to wield the collective power that is going to put pressure on the white community to ensure that a change is going to happen, because systemic change takes time. We're talking about years of people who have seen things that they've done as normal. And I think that as we go through these things, we have to realize that we are a collective people. White people, Black people, people of color, that have to understand the intersections and interconnections that bring us together as a whole. But also understand that during this time, it is going to be uncomfortable, and we get that. We also have to understand that the oppressed should not have to worry about the comfortability of the oppressor. But the goal is to make sure that we continue to move together as a body. When I think about a movement, I think about the bus boycott in Birmingham, where 90% of the people who boycotted were women, Black women. Black women who were bused from low-income communities to white affluent communities. They were maids, they were cooks, they washed clothes, they looked after children. And had it not been for them to come together as a body, to come together as a movement, we would have not seen a lot of the changes that took place. And see, we as a collective body, white, Black, people of color, have to realize that when something happens, we cannot count on one individual person to make a change, to make a difference. One has to see this as an ambassador to a body of people that want to actually see change. Change happens when I go to a conference and I see all white speakers. At that moment, I have to bring that up. I cannot wait till months or even years after. Change happens as if I am paying for a membership to an organization that does not live up to my return on investment. I must bring it up to their attention right then and there. Change happens when I see my fellow vendor, regardless of color, not living up to the standard that we hold as a community. I must address it right then and there. I think a lot of what we're going through is because people have failed to address the issues at hand. No longer should we use "I didn't know" as an excuse, because all of us now are in charge as ambassadors of change to make a difference each and every time we see a lack of diversity, we see a lack of inclusion within the community that we serve, which is event and wedding. So hold up the torch, continue to press forward, continue to educate and have the conversations that you need to have in order to instill inclusion and diversity within your organizations, within your practices, within media and social media, because the world is watching.